It will. We're going to learn that it will tell me how good it is.
What if you like all blind shift on it? Like, let's say like 1,000.
It would do it.
Wow.
I got an error.
Okay, but did you press all I asked you to do is press second 0. So this is all you should be looking at.
Second 0?
Mm-hmm. We're not doing anything. I'm just waiting till you press second 0. What happened? Okay. All right, do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to go turn on the diagnostics because we're going to get this correlation. What's correlation again? What does correlation mean?
Oh,
How close?
the data flow.
Yeah, how much or how predictable the pattern is that those points lie on. Okay, so there's this thing called a correlation coefficient. And in order for it to work, we have to have our diagnostics done. So once you do it on your calculator, it will be done all the time, okay? Unless something would happen, like you change out your batteries or your memory gets reset. So there's this catalog, and we want to go to diagnostics, so you can either scroll down, or you can press the letter D. If you can't press the letter D, then just scroll down till you get to this, and there's two options, diagnostics up, diagnostics on. We want to go to diagnostics on. We're going to hit enter, and then we're going to hit enter again till it says done.
How do you get that done?
Hit enter again. All right. So now this just makes sure R shows up, and you won't know what R is until a second. All right. So now, how do you get the line of best fit? It's called a line regression, and it looks like LinReg. It's an abbreviation. There's a lot of regressions, but we're going to pick LinReg. And all of the regressions are under Stat. Okay, so we're going to go to Stat. And this time, instead of Edit, we're going to arrow over to the Calc menu, the Calculate menu. And we're going to go down to number 4, which is a linear regression. And the abbreviation looks like this. We're just writing it down. Okay. Now let's get the line of regression for our data. So I press Stat. I go over to what menu?
The calculate. Yeah.
So just arrow over to the Calc menu. That's why we wait. LinReg means the line of best fit 4, and we're going to hit enter, and then we get this.
Hold on.
Now, here's the deal. I don't want you to write down y equals ax plus b, a equals b equals blah, blah, blah. I want you to write down the equation for the line. It says at top y equals ax plus b. What does a stand for then? Slope. Isn't it in the spot where the m is? What does b stand for? Y-intercept. So I'm going to take this, but what I'm going to write down, stay with me, is 0.477x plus 5.409. So what is the y-intercept? It's 5.409. The slope is 0.477. Did you get something different?
No.
Oh. Okay. If you got something different, you probably made a mistake when you entered your data.
It shows X line dot L.
Keep going until it says calculate, because you have a newer calculator.
I know I do.
I know, it took a minute.
All right, next. Would you write down R? R is 0.929. Guys, zip it. R is the correlation coefficient. If R is exactly 1, it hits every single point. If R is exactly 1, it hits every point going up. If R is -1, the line would go through every point going down. So what we're trying to figure out is how close is R to 1 or -1? Is 0.929 pretty close to 1? Yeah. I would call this then strong positive correlation. If it was like 0.7, I would probably call it weak positive correlation. Once it starts getting below 0.5, I call it no correlation. The close 1 is perfect. 1 and -1 are perfect. Explain which part? Okay. How close is this to 1? Yeah, because it's so close to 1. Now, I'm going to show you this more on Monday, but what your calculator will do is it will put the regression line on the graph. If you're following stuff pretty quickly, you can do it with me right now. But if you're not, then just watch, okay? To get the regression line to show up, you would go and press y equals. And then you would press vars. Vars is right next to clear. Then you would go down to statistics, because that's what we're using. And you would go over to EQ, and you'd hit enter, and then it will show up in your y equals. And if you hit graph, then the line comes onto our scatter plot.
Got it.
If you're not following, we'll go through it again Monday, but I just want you to know that option is out there.
Like that?
And the nice thing about this is, see how it did all the digits, so it's really, really accurate? Those steps that I just did basically takes the last regression that you ran, and it puts it into your y equals for you. Okay? We can do that again on Monday. All right. So that is how you get a scatter plot to show up.